Hey everyone, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, where today it is time to take care of our level 25 ROG quest. As we're heading in, we can probably expect there to be fighting involved because it is a class quest. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat some grilled warm water trout, finish off that, get it out of our inventory, and also get some of those nice stat bonuses. Alright, let's head on in and talk to Jack. See what job we've got today. Right, when we were working on as Rogue, working on that little wager with one of the Yellowjackets on who can get back those stolen treasures first. So Jack, how's it going? Jack wishes to discuss the plan for recovering the remaining treasures. Sounds like a plan. Oh there, Satoru, we've got a rough job ahead of us, and that's a fact. Matters are tangled enough what with that Milala mort snapping at our heels, but we still managed to grapple that first trinket without too much fuss. Buying back them other two treasures though, that'll be a different story. Once the stray gets here, I'll explain what, or more to the point who, we're up against. Alright, we've two baubles left on the list, the Silver Sorrows and the Black Sarcophagus. Let's see where we're at. Oi, where's Paramu got to? Underfoot? He's still looking to whittle the tail behind that bleeding sarcophagus. We'll not be cloying that stickler until we've at least an inkling as to what the bloody thing looks like. Fair point? Treasures aside, I've been doing some digging of my own into these executioner allies of the Grinning Curs, and I'm afraid the name weren't no coincidence. Satoru, you've heard of the bloody executioners, I hope? It seems them curs was feeding from the family of one of the nation's greatest pirate powers. I do believe I've heard of the bloody executioners. This ain't no ordinary crew of cutthroats, lass. Within limbs of Ominsa, the bloody executioners wield a power and influence second only to the Admiral herself. Ah, that's not good for us. There was none too fond of Merlvib or prohibition on piracy, and it was only the overwhelming threat posed by the Garlean Empire what eventually convinced him to play nice with the thalassocracy. I hate that word, I always stumble on it. But pirates ain't ones to play nice for long. Now that Hilfir ain't around to help the ship, the solidarity of the bloody executioners has begun to show cracks. All the strongest captains and lieutenants have begun to form their own factions and are scrabbling to claim the top chair for themselves. Of course, not one bloody cove can agree with one another on which way the executioners ought to sail. Okay, that is good for us, if they can't come to a consensus. Among these new factions, though, is a group that is pushing to break free of the Admiral's grip completely. Turns out these reformists, as they call themselves, was the ones that took the Grinning Curs under their wing. Which means they've got possession of the last two treasures we've yet to cloy. Rumors around town say that, even for executioners, these coves are bloody and ruthless and not to be crossed. Lovely. We should sit this one out, Jack. Piss on Milala's contest. It ain't worth this kind of grief. We'd be invited the wrath of a crew so large and dangerous that even the Admiral ain't keen to coming to blows with them. If they ever came after us, yeah, that would be pretty bad. Large or smaller don't much matter. They broke the code when they hit that maelstrom tub. The Grinning Curs are paying for that crime, but we'd be poor citing excuses for rogues if we let the real culprits carry on unpunished. I mean to see this job to the end, and that means buying back them treasures and handing out proper justice to them as deserve it. But Jack! Listen, with all the infighting going on at present, us stabbing a short blade into one faction's toe ain't like to bring the whole executioner crew down on our heads. Besides, them reformist buggers are so far split from the main mob that they've been avoiding the city altogether. Now it's about time we get to work. Satoru, you're to track down our black market contact. I set him to looking into the Cur's new allies a while back, so he should have some answers for us by now. The veil was lifted by a southerly this morn. That'll put the old man at his haunt in Lower Lenosia. Here, take the sack of blunt and pay a visit to the House of Sticks. Alright, I can do that. That's in Lower Lenosia. That's Kobold Derridoy, if you didn't know. The old man bribes him with ore and hires the biggest and meanest odds as bodyguards. Just be ready for your approach to be challenged. Okay, fair enough. I don't blame him for having bodyguards, but we do need that info, so... let's get going out to Lower Lenosia to the House of Styx. That's an area I believe we've been near, but never been to. It's up at the very northern end of Lower Lenosia. You'll know where it's right up northwest of Red Rooster Stead. We've definitely been in the area, just not to the House of Styx itself. All right, let's get moving. Okay, so House of Styx, yeah. Looking at the map, Red Rooster Stead up north, and then House of Styx up north from there. It's going to be west from the Grey Fleet, and literally at the very northern edge of the area. Also, yay, new mounts! We got this reindeer mount in the Christmas seasonal event, so if you skipped out on that, you skipped out on reindeer. And as a bonus, a reindeer can make glamours of presents in the air. What a delightful little creature. Also, I really love that we have increased mount speed here in Lower Lenosia. It just makes getting around so much easier. And there is a second level of increased mount speed we can get eventually, but I haven't done that on my main. I think I know how you get it. I just haven't done it. Okay, let's go ahead and get on up here to the north through the woods. And the House of Styx is right over here. Hello there! Uh-oh. We got bodyguards, of course. Hello there, Kobold Dorman. I'm afraid I need to talk to your boss over here. I'm really sorry for intruding, but I need to have this conversation. I've got pay, too. I've got pay. We don't need to do this. Well, they're not backing down. Alright, hello there, Black Marketeer. Welcome to the House of Styx, young rogue. You must excuse my hireling's enthusiasm for greeting visitors. Now, have you any cumbersome baggage of which I might relieve you before we begin our conversation in earnest? Yes, but I'm really annoyed by the fate music. It always happens whenever I'm doing a quest. Though usually that's in Upper Lenosia where I get fate music. Yeah! A heavy burden for one of your tender years to bear, but its weight has balanced the scales. The sum is paid and the deal is made. Let us speak of these reformists. This faction that so wronged the code now seeks to peddle one of its stolen treasures, the earrings better known as the Silver Sorrows. The deal, it is said, is set to take place at Costa del Sol. The buyer? A moneyed merchant from the golden sands of Ul'dah. The earrings will be out in the open, vulnerable. I would target the moment of transaction were I so inclined, as the gentleman up there by the cabin appears to be, for he purchases self-same information. Oh my god, I didn't even notice him. I'm not very observant, I suppose. Though he attempts to disguise his identity, the stench of a soldier yet lingers. I know not where one such as he came to learn of my existence, but I suspect he works for a certain yellow-coated captain. Yeah, brave she is, but foolish. Stumble blindly into the underworld, and your groping hands will not save you from the holes at your feet. Sudden shall be her fall. Okay then, that is concerning. She speaks how much she hates the idea of resorting to dealing in the underworld, especially with the Rogues Guild. And yet here she is, dealing with the underworld directly. Alright, let's report back to Jack, let him know where the auction is going to take place, and we can make our plans to snag those earrings. Alright, Jack, I am back. I have news on exactly where those earrings are about to be sold. Unfortunately, it looks like the Yellowjackets also know, so we gotta be quick. Welcome back, Satoru. What information did the old man have on them reformists? Looking to unload them earrings, are they? Into an old Don, no less. Can't say I'm surprised to hear the buyers from out of town. You won't find many Laminsons willing to melt coin on them cubs are selling. Though only the daftest of sods would go about funding them as means to pull down the Admiral. One of Milala's lackeys arrives at the house afore you. How did they know to— Bah, them curs we captured must cackle during the shrew's interrogations. We'll have to assume the Yellowjackets know what we know, and that means we'd best get our arses to Costa del Sol right bleeding now. I'll handle this one, Jack. You and Satora can wait here for Paramu. Are you sure, Vikebe? Oi, Vikebe, what in the hell is she playing at? After her last, she knows this ain't a solo job? Seriously, why is she going off on her own? We're up against the Executioners and the Yellowjackets. This is not something for us to go off and do on our own. Alright, so Costa del Sol isn't an area we have not been to in the main story, but we have been to the general area several times in side questing with, specifically with class quests. So I'll go ahead and show the way there. And the way there is simply just to take a boat. Okay, this is not the only way to get to Costa del Sol. The on-foot path takes us from Red Rooster Stead up north past the Great Fleet, and then we'll take the eastern path specifically to get to eastern Lenosia. If you take the western path, you'll end up on a completely different half of the map. Alright, I will hold off on getting the Aetheryte registered for the time being, because I want to wait until we're here in the main story before we do that. So, let's go find Vikebe and grab those earrings. Where are you? There you are. Hello, Vikebe. I told you to wait at the guild. I don't need... Well, it might be as I could use an extra mort in the shadows after all. Jack has his mindset on punishing the executioners, but me? I just want to skulk in, cloy them silver bits, and skulk out. I reckon that if I could manage that with no one the wiser, then they wouldn't know who to come after. Finish the jobs without drawing me daggers, you know? Fair. She is still worried about the executioners coming after us. I can't say I blame her. It ain't exactly true to the code, but the Shield of Underworld Honor won't stop them bloody killers from cutting me mates' throats and setting the sisters a glimmer. The guild's the only place would offer to take in a pirate stray like me, and I'll not see it burn to the ground. Yeah, I can't say I blame you. The deal's about to start. Say the word when you're bending to head in? Alright, let's do it, Vikebe. Alright, here's what we know. The rich merchant what's come over from Ul'dah is some old mate of Master Gegaruju. The Colas owns Costa del Sol. Gegaruju's taking his guards and dancing dells and prance off down the beach someplace, giving over the use of the entire resort to his friend. Seems she didn't want an audience for her bargain with the reformists. Which, as it happens, works out well for us. We'll wait until they're busy haggling over price, then snatch the sorrows and hop the twig before they realize what's amiss. Sound like a plan? It sounds like a plan. We got a duty. Let's do it. There, the players have arrived, the reformist coin counter and the Ul'dah buyer is setting up on the southeast platform. The earrings ought to be nearby. Hang about? Who are all these other coals? This place was meant to be empty. I see some nasty looking blokes in Ul'dah garb, and are those mammoths? Oh, that merchant's brought along a whole bloody entourage. That is a huge complication, actually. I've gone ahead and got ahead of myself. I should have realized the job would never be that easy. We'll have to mill a few of them bodyguards first, I reckon. You don't want to fight through a forest of blades should you get caught sneaking about up on them narrow walkways. Let me guess, Jack? Hey, Jack. Jack! I thought I'd... So your excuses, love. I know full well what you are about. You start going soft on us, though, and it'll be like losing one of me arms. I can't take on the bloody executioners all by myself. It's only because I've got rogues like you and Underfoot and Satora here that the guild can take the jobs it does. When our coves walk the shadows, it's the bleeding pirates what do the trembling. Remember that, Vikebe. We ain't some two-gill robbers what piss our breeches when their daddles are caught in the honeypot. Well, we're the knives and the darkmans, and no bastard wants to go blade to blade with the likes of us. I see you've not changed your mind then. You'll need all the stabbers you can get, and I promise mine'll be there when you need them. Bene, now let's carve a path for that platform and bite back them earrings. Vikebe, you hide yourself down by the docks in case the marks escape during the fighting. Satora, you and me will split up and mill the guards as we go. It's them puppets that's concern me most, so I suggest you crash them little boogers before they can spring any rum fun. Creep in close as you dare and give them a good solid clout from behind. It ain't the most original strategy, but that don't make it any less lethal. Once you're done with the first group, slip back into the shadows and move on to the next. Not do it, eh? Sounds good, and it doesn't need to be creative, it just needs to be effective. I'll head over to the back while you start in from the front. Let's wrap this up before them jackets blunder in and scare off our marks. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure we are nice and hidden so we can get the advantage on them. If they see us, we're not exactly going to have a great time getting started. Alright, let's go for a trick attack from behind, mug, and down goes the sellsword. Next up is the mammoth. We don't have any AoEs yet. Eventually we should, but not yet as Rogue. Oh, you knock it off with the healing. Okay, back into the shadows. We want to head up this way. We are trying to get to, I believe, one of the southern platforms over here. Yeah, let's take care of this mammoth real quick. Jack, are you having trouble? I'll get over there as soon as I can. Just trying to get rid of the backup, like you told me to. And now you're getting yourself in trouble. Alright, where are you, Jack? Fine, I'll come over and help. Though I really should be going after the... Okay, we got a trick attack ready, so that's good. Haha, gotcha from behind. Dang it, I was really hoping that would knock you out. Okay, perfect. Now let's go find those earrings. Looks like we're heading up this way. There's the accountant. We got a lot of people up here. Let's try not to alert anyone when we're this close. Alright, Jack, I assume you've got us covered. In which case, let's go for it. Can't believe I screwed up my trick attack there. I just hit the wrong button. It was a complete stupid bonehead move on my part. Alright, well, no getting away for you, accountant. Where are those earrings? Rogues? No one mentioned aught about rogues. What in the hell do you think you're doing? I am conducting a business transaction on behalf of the bloody executioners. Do you understand what that means? Do you know what they'll do to you? I am full aware of what they'll do to me. I'm also full aware that I muted my phone. God dang it. I'm all affrighted. Odd then that you're the one who's shaken. It don't matter much to me who you work for. Your bosses broke the code and we're here to collect. Those would be the Silver Sorrows then. I'm sure you paid a caravan a coin for them shiny baubles, but I doubt they're worth your life. Let's have them then. Wait, damn you. You should know that this personage is an extremely influential member of the East Aldenard Trading Company. Surely you've heard of it. Shit. Well, those are still stolen goods, so we are under legal obligation from the Admiral to reclaim them. If the threat of reprisal will not stay your hand, then consider the political ramifications of interfering with a foreign dignitary. The Admiral would not desire you to damage Limsa's relations with Ul'dah. I think the Sultana will understand. Yes, exactly. I am very highly placed in Ul'dah society. I have powerful friends who would not be pleased were you to mistreat me in any fashion. And you must understand, the silver sorrows are a historical treasure, a gift once bestowed upon Sultana Nanasha ul Nasha by her champion. The earrings were later stolen from the royal vault, and we'd lost hope of ever recovering them. That I might so easily purchase them thus is a miracle. And I'm sure if that story checks out, we will get them back to you for free without you needing to spend a single coin. The return of these trinkets will be, that is to say, the sorrows must be returned to Ul'dah. Can you not look the other way for the sake of my nation's pride? You must think me some dull-witted thug. If this deal is being made on behalf of your country, then why are you sneaking about and consorting with pirates? An excellent point. One might doubt your quality of character to continue with these feeble fabrications. Oh good. She's here. You need only entrust those earrings to me. Should you truly wish to see them returned to Ul'dah, that is. After all, 'twas to fulfill that very purpose that the Thalassocracy bid on the sorrows in the first place. Bit late there, aren't you, Captain? I think you'll agree this round belongs to us. On the contrary, my dear scoundrel, I made the winning move the moment I knew we were dealing with a merchant of Ul'dah. I come bearing an official order of seizure authorized by the Admiral herself. You will not be harmed, but I must insist that you cooperate with this reclamation of unlawfully obtained goods. Though Costa del Sol is private property, it nevertheless lies within the state-governed territory. Come along quietly, and we need not inconvenience Master Gegaruju any further. These suspects will be taken into Yellowjacket custody, and do not concern yourself with the silver sorrows. They'll be quite safe with me. Oh, I hate her so much. Oh, I hate her so much. She does not get to claim this. I heard the news from Jack. I don't think that was the Admiral choosing to side with Milala, though. Probably just eager to reclaim the silver sorrows. Yeah, no, I don't think she was taking sides at all. She was just like, we need to get those back and we know where they are, so let's do it. Anyway, that bit about them earrings being cloyed from the royal vault turns out to be true. Seems some famous burglar went after him once he heard about the godlike agility they were said to bestow upon the wearer. Ah, okay. They had some really good stats then. Got it. Wonder what their item level is. Bah, the hells take that canary-colored harpy. We might as well have handed her things to her on a velvet cushion. I'll go find Underfoot and help him with his digging. There's still that last treasure out there, and you can be sure the reformists won't be giving it up without a fight. Ah, you do that. Bene luck to you, love. Ha, there you are. You left before events had truly been decided, and I thought you deserved to know the score. The Ul'dah merchant has acquiesced to our request and surrendered the silver sorrows into our keeping. We've also apprehended the reformist accountant and will be holding him for further questioning. Oh, Bonin associate of the Bloody Executioners! You Yellowjackets don't flinch from your duty, I'll give you that. And what's this I hear about you buying information, Captain? I thought you'd sooner die than associate with elements of the underworld. I will do what I must to stay ahead in this challenge, and that Marketeer's knowledge was vital to the case. 'Tis true I might find his practices distasteful, but he is no pirate. You keep telling yourself that. You literally are a hypocrite. It is the fading era of piracy which I mean to consign to the history books, and the chapter will never be fully closed until every pirate-spawned relic, including you and your guild, becomes a thing of the past. Valiant and forthright, these are the words by which the Yellowjackets live. It is the manner in which we protect limbs on Ominza. I swore an oath on the graves of my sisters, no more shall the innocent suffer at the hands of these savage buccaneers, these unrepentant killers. And a grand oath it is. I've got me fambles full just keeping the code intact. But the code is a kind of oath too, when you get down to it. And since I've sworn to uphold it, I've no intention of stepping aside and letting you trample all over me or my coves. In fact, you'd be better off giving in now before matters get proper serious. Just say you're sorry, admit defeat, and we'll leave it at that, eh? Your audacity knows no bounds. I am done wasting words. I shall reclaim that last treasure, and then I will look on victorious as your guild is dismantled brick by brick. Ha ha! That's the spirit, Captain. Just don't forget to keep an eye on them earrings. The city's crawling with rogues, you know. You could keep the sorrows in a bloody lockbox in the Coral Tower, but look away for a moment and one of me coves will bite them beauties right back. Come on, Satora. It's back to the sisters for us. I take it that was just empty posturing, and we're not actually going to go and rob the earrings out of the Coral Tower just to win the bet. That doesn't strike me as the rogue way. Alright, let's go take that ferry back to Limsa, make it nice and quick and easy. And then we can report back to Jack at the Rogues Guild. This did not go how we had hoped, but the important thing is that that's 2 of the 3 treasures back. Just 1 more to go, and if we claim it, we'll have won this competition. Alright, let's get in there. And hello, Jack. So, what's going on now? Any luck with searching for the sarcophagus? Well, after all that hard work, the shrew made off with the spoils. And as far as her damn contest goes, I suppose that makes us even. It'll be the last treasure, this black sarcophagus, that decides the victor. Whatever the reformers are doing to keep it Bob, you can bet your grandmom's teeth there'll be some blade work needed before this job is done. Get yourself ready for a proper scrap, Satora. Okay, no news yet, just gotta get ready for whatever is coming up. Got it. That is a downgrade in every way. We already have high quality of these, and this is a downgrade. Okay, I'll take the money and call it good. Alright, all that's left for Rogue is level 30, and then we have finished off the Rogue quest line. That is exciting. Okay, now that that is done and out of the way, the last thing we need to take care of today is the hunting log. And all of our hunting log targets are either in the South Shroud or in Southern Thanalin. So, let's start off with the South Shroud, actually. That seems like it'd be the best way to go since that has the lower level targets, and we are more familiar with that area. Alright, we've arrived in the South Shroud via East Shroud. And coming in through here, we see our first targets right away. Hello there, Hello there, Antelope Stags. Let's start off with a trick attack, because that's just usually a really good opener. And let's start working through our hunting log. Alright, we've got a few Antelope Stags we need to take down. Looks like 3 is the total. Beautiful, that clears out 1 entry on the hunting log. Next up after this, we're going to be heading down just a little bit to the southwest. And we're going to be looking for some river Yarzon. And those should be in the river that's coming out just out of the southwest end of Quarry Mill. And for the river Yarzon, we need to fight a good 3 of them. Okay, trick attacks ready. Let's start this off strong. And we'll start from behind you. Oh god, never mind. That didn't work. I bumped into them and my hide failed, and that was... I should have expected that. I do want to double check, but I'm pretty sure trick attack does more damage from behind an enemy. Let's check that real quick just to be sure. Trick attack. 400 potency when it's executed from the target's rear. And increases damage we deal to them by 10%. So good. That's a 33% increase in potency. And regardless, as long as we use it, we do 10% more damage. Sounds very worthwhile to me. Alright, River Yarzon are down. That's all 3 of them. Let's see. Next on the list, we're going to want to head... we're going to be heading to the east this time. And we are looking for some poachers. Let's see. Poachers should be in this area over here, I want to say, past the goblins. Coordinates are 28, 21, so just over here and then up north. Ah, over here, I see him. Hello there, Quarrel Claw Hunter. We need to fight 2 of you and then 2 Quarrel Claw cutters, it looks like. Okay, we'll open with our trick attack. And just keep spinning around, apparently, until eventually they all go down. Bringing in both of the cutters right here. Beautiful. Ah, crap, they can bind me. Lovely. Just what I wanted to see out of them. God, there are just too many of you all teamed up together. Not a fan of this at all. God, don't bind me in place, please. I'm having trouble hitting you. I'm having a lot of trouble hitting you, and I am bleeding health. As soon as you're dead, I need to take a moment to heal. Okay, we almost got this, and we got this. Okay. Let's catch our breath and then we'll go hunt one more. I believe it's a Quarrel Claw Hunter we need, yeah. Let's go for the solo one over here. You seem like less of a risk. And I'll say that's probably good for health. We don't need to be full health, just mostly healed. Especially since we're just going up against one. Alright, Quarrel Claws are done. Next entry on the hunting log is done. And I believe the remaining targets are all going to be in Southern Thanlin. Let's double check that to be sure. Yeah, Corpse Brigade and Sandstone Golems. In that case, I will meet you over in Southern Thanlin. Actually, I'll meet you in Eastern Thanlin and we can head to Southern from there. Alright, we are over here in Eastern Thanlin. I've been hiking down here, just east of Camp Drybone. Southern Thanlin, we have been there a couple of times, but only in Class Quest episodes, so I have not shown it in the main story yet. As such, I'm going to make sure we've shown the path until we go there in the main story, which I will say is in the next episode, thankfully, so this is the last time I have to show the route. But yeah, to get to Southern Thanlin, there's 2 main ways to go. You can either head southeast from Camp... Oops, God, the map moves so fast sometimes. But you can either head southeast from Camp Drybone, in which case the path will lead us this way, past Halatali. And the other path comes from Ul'dah, where if we take the eastern exit from Ul'dah, and then head just like 100 meters east, you'll end up right in Southern Thanlin. If I pull the map over there... Yeah, if you take the eastern exit from Ul'dah, and then just keep heading southeast, you'll end up Southern Thanlin, just to the southwest of where we are now. Alright, so our targets that we need to take care of. We have Sandstone Golems and Corpse Brigade. And both are going to be in roughly the same area. Both are going to be over this way. In fact, I believe we can see the Sandstone Golems right there. I keep saying Sandstone when I should be saying Sandstone. Oh god, I was going to use my trick attack, but oh well. Alright, I'm going to need you to die, Sandstone Golem, please. Just cease to be alive. Give me your blessed experience, and we'll be able to move on with our lives. Okay, now we'll make use of our trick attack. Also nice that they drop Mudstone, because I'm going to need quite a bit of that for crafting. Okay, one more Sandstone Golem should do it. God, Sandstone, every time it's Stone. Why is it always Stone? Oh crap. Yeah, we should be fine. Just throw a dagger from here, and then one gust slash and you're down. Alright, Sandstone Golems are done for. One more entry on our hunting log. To find the Corpse Brigade, we're going to head over here past the Sandstone Golems. Yes, got it right that time. And then we're going to head up to the north. And if we head just up here... Here we go, Corpse Brigade, Knuckle Dancers, and Fire Dancers. All of our targets are right over here. Okay, I'm gonna try and sneak up behind you and use a trick attack. Dang it! It failed! Ah, did I accidentally have auto attack set on? That might have been what made it fail. Alright, we need to fight 2 of each, so 1 Knuckle Dancer here, 1 Fire Dancer here, and then we just need to find 1 more of each of them. I see another Fire Dancer right over there. Please don't paralyze me. Why do so many enemies at this level like to paralyze me? Okay, you get a nice trick attack to your back. You're facing away from me, right? Yes, you are. Beautiful. Okay, 1 more Fire Dancer and we'll be golden. Knuckle Dancer, no. Fire Dancer, yes. And we should be far enough away that those 2 over there won't spot us, and I don't... Yeah, there's no way you're gonna spot us. Ah, there's a guard right there. I'm sure glad they're not paying attention. Okay, we should be clear. That should finish off our hunting log up through level 30 for Rogue. Beautiful. Giving us a nice bunch of experience, but not quite enough to hit level 28. Oh well, that's fine. We gained like a level and a half this time around. Don't need to gain too much more than that, I suppose. Alright then, with that complete, I believe that is going to be it for Rogue for today. So next time on Final Fantasy XIV, I will meet everyone back up in Eastern Thanalan, and we're going to continue our investigation of the mysterious Ascian La Habrea. I'll see everyone next time for that.